All right, what's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. It's lucky number 21, episode 21. Always good to be in the house with you guys. And we had a great weekend. Looking forward to some great music tonight with the one and only Mr. Chicago, Mr. Windy City himself, Nick Colionne. So much fun. So much fun hanging out with him, chatting, getting some stories from back in the day. He used to play with the Staple Singers and a host of other legends before he became a legend himself. So can't wait to share that interview with you. Can't wait for you to hear the song that he and I collaborated on. By the way, if you're tuning in from Nick's page, what's up, everybody? This is AH Live. If you don't already know, we're here every Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. And we'd love to have you every week. Just go over to Adam Holly Artist page, like it, and then you'll find out about the shows coming up. We have some legends coming up in September. Can't wait to share that with you as well. Real quick, please click share. We want to spread the good vibes, spread the love. We appreciate you guys so much and just want to get the music out there and keep more people going on the train here. So I've got some exciting news, and it's going to lead into some music, I promise you. I have a new single out today. It's called Escape. It features Rick Braun. It went for ads, and I am excited to say it has already been picked up by SiriusXM, WCLK in Atlanta, WFSK Nashville, WSIE St. Louis, Las Vegas, Richmond, Springfield, Hartford. I appreciate you guys so much for picking up the tune. Hey, everybody, if you want to hear it, let your stations know you want to hear it. I think it's a hot track, if I do say so myself. So I think I'm going to have to play it for you right now. It's the title track off the new album. It's featuring one of the most incredible trumpet players on earth, Mr. Rick Braun. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all will escape with me a little bit. Come on, y'all. my goodness, we're just getting warmed up. I got one more tune for you before we bring out the one and only Nick Colionne. And somebody asked me, do I ever dream in music? And the answer is yes. This is a track from my very first album. And I dreamt the entire song, the entire arrangement, the entire melody, and so I named it While You Were Dreaming. While You Were Dreaming, all the way from the very first album. And that featured Michael Linton, by the way, on the original. So, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to bring out the one and only Nick Colionne. But real quick, a little bit of housekeeping before we do. I want to do a special shout out to everyone who's been supporting the show. I appreciate you so much. You can see those links in the description. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. You guys have been incredible. And last week, for the first time, we added in stars. And so feel free to jump on that as well. We had a bunch of people contribute with stars last week. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Just want to put it out there. It helps the show keep going. Helps us improve the show from week to week. And so we cannot thank you enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you've all been waiting for, my good buddy, the incredible guitarist, the incredible artist. Please welcome Nick Colionne.
What's happening?
What's up, doctor?
Oh man, you're ready to go. You got the guitar.
Well, I was sitting there practicing, so I was like, well, I might as well keep it in my hand.
Hey man, I love it. That's the signature model, right?
Oh yeah.
Man. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Hey man, thank you for having me, man. You know, I'm honored that you asked me.
Oh man, hey, this is the new tour, right? So
can't go nowhere else.
Well, man, I wanted to get a little backstory on you, and it's for my edification too. I did some research, and man, I did not know. And of course, we want to touch on your illustrious solo career, but I didn't realize. Is this right? Connections with Staples singers and Curtis Mayfield?
Yep. I ran the whole gamut.
Wow, man, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, you know, I went on the road with the Staples singers when I was 15, man. You know.
Wow.
I had a little reputation around Chicago where, you know, people that's why sometimes you hear some of my friends refer to me as the kid, or I refer to myself as the kid. You know, It's like these old groups, you know, they would want somebody to play guitar, and they were like, yeah, let's go get that kid off the west side. You know, so get that kid off the west side, you know.
Wow. And so what year? I mean, I don't want to date you, but I mean, is this 70s, 80s?
Yeah, late 70s.
Late 70s. Wow, that's amazing. You said 15. Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, I went out there with them, and I met the impression they were looking for a guitar. My cousin had a bass player for them at the time. So I did road work with them. Did play some with the Shallites, play some with the Emotions. Just about all the groups who, you know, say a lot of the groups who actually were really big in the mid-60s and through the 70s, R&B that were out of the Chicago area. I got to get with a lot of them, did some recording, you know. So that was a learning experience within itself, you know, just being out there. And, you know, I learned things that I still use today. You know, I remember when I auditioned for the top spot in Staples Singer, I had a little group, and we had won some recording time. So we were at the studio. We were in the B studio, and they had in the A studio. And I got to talking to David, her sister, Cleo, at the concession pop machine. And I knew a guy to play with them, and they were like, yeah, we're looking for a guitar player. So I went up there and met Pops. And this was on a Monday. Never forget. So when I met him, I went back, got my guitar, came up. I knew a bunch of it. Played it. Tuesday, I went up to a rehearsal. Wednesday, I went on the road.
Wow, man, talk about a turnaround. Wow.
So, but you know, I learned a lot from Pop Staples. One of the main things I really use today is that, you know, when we had our meeting, when he met with me, he's like, you never have to worry about getting paid. If the promoter don't pay the Staples singers, I got your money all the time. if I do that with my band. If I get paid or not, don't matter. You getting paid, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I might have to take some cans to the place and sell them.
Right. Oh man.
But it was good, you know, it was a good experience, it was a good learning experience. And, you know, I figured they didn't get to where they were not knowing things. So I tried to do everything I could, you know. And I got to be on some shows with some people who were really big at that time, like Al Green, you know.
Wow.
That was amazing, you know. 'Cause
Yeah.
He probably thought I was a woman hanging off there. I was hanging off the fire on the stage, watching them, thinking to myself, wow, look at them. I mean, women were losing their mind, and I was like thinking, boy, if I could do that, you know, I knew not to give me that singing talent, because I probably went crazy. I remember when I first met you with Brian Culbertson, you know.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I was like, man,
Man.
this boy got some juice.
Oh man, you're too kind. And I have to say, man, you have been just supportive from the beginning I met you, man. You were just a sweetheart, and just like you said right now, just encouraging. And then when I, you know, started making records, same thing. You know, I was so pleasantly surprised because there's these, you know, huge guitar icons like yourself and Norman Brown and George Benson. I've had the good fortune of meeting all of you, and you've all just been, man, come on, let's do this. And I think that's so refreshing, as opposed to like, don't step on my toes. So man, I mean, really appreciate it. Well,
you know, I always feel it's not a competition, you know, and you know, we're not in competition, man. I'm about bringing the next cat up. You know, it's like,
yeah.
If I see a dude, you know, and I think he got some juice, I tell him, you know, I'm gonna tell him all, man. If there's anything I can help you, let me know, you know. I can't do much, but what I do, you know, I will spread your name around and all that stuff, you know. And when I see you, I'm gonna tell you, hey, you're doing good, you know, because I have a pride in knowing people. I'm like, okay, yeah, I watched him come through, you know. Because when I first heard your first record, I was like, just listening, I didn't know who it was. I looked over at the other, this boy, they made a record.
Oh man, yeah, no, it was. Well, speaking of which, that's a perfect segue, because I wanted to touch on your first record, and aptly titled "It's My Turn." Please touch on that.
Well, you know, actually, it wasn't by choice. You know, it was, but because I was in a group here in Chicago, you know, and there was 3 of us. Now, you know, won't say the names, you know, to protect the innocent and the guilty, but they kept writing songs saying they wanted to record, but they didn't want to listen to none of my stuff. So the bass player had a studio. Man, why don't you come out and record something, you know? And so I went out there and I recorded like 4 songs, you know, and I was like, man, you know, I had no idea what was going to happen. Then I met Carol Ray, who became my manager. I sent my stuff to a radio station on a cassette.
Oh.
And they called me back and they were like, hey, you got CDs? I was like, no, I have them soon. When I got the CD, man, they put it right on the radio, just like that. Everybody in Chicago never get played on the radio here. They went on, and but I titled the record "It's My Turn" because, like, man, I've been looking at people's backs my whole. Like, it's my turn to stand in the front and look silly for a change, you know. Like, but you know, well, I found out it was a lot different, you know, as you had found out yourself.
Yeah.
In the back, you just playing, you know, you just playing. Now all of a sudden, you guys start entertaining people.
Yeah.
You know? And I did a gig in Milwaukee when I first started my solo career, and Lou Ross came to my gig.
Wow.
And he talked to me in the back, and you know, in the dressing room, he's like, you know, let me explain something to you. He's like, you get your entertaining skills together. I was like, okay. entertaining. I was, he's like, I'm gonna leave this with you. Musicians make money, entertainers get rich.
Wow.
So it's like, did my best as an entertainer, but I ain't rich yet.
Right.
So part,
No, it's been an incredible ride watching you throughout the years, and I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We were 94 with your debut. I want to get to 2016 because you have the distinction, I think it's unparalleled, 5 consecutive #1 hits on Billboard, and you had this album, The Journey. Just, man, I thought I was doing something because my debut album came out in 2016, and then you dropped this. I was like, oh my goodness, man, why you hurting us, man?
Hey, well, nobody no more surprised than me.
Wow.
When after we got to second #1, I was like, okay, that's it. Now I'm gonna start making another record.
Yeah.
And then the record company says, well, we're gonna release another single. I was like, really? Okay. You know how third singles can be, Third singles keep you alive on radio. But it went to #1. I was like, interesting. But now I know I gotta make another record because there's 3. I was like, they ain't gonna play 4 records for me. And they say, oh man, we found another record. We're gonna do this one. Okay. Maybe you all know something more than I know, but they dropped that one and then went to #1, and I'm like, okay, this can't keep happening. And you sitting around like, I can't believe I got 4 singles, and Kim Waters came up to me at Rehoboth. He's like, man, you got 4 #1s. I was like, can you believe it? He was like, no. I was like, me neither.
Man.
When they dropped that 5th one, and people started calling me, radio promoters, and they were like, congratulations, Mr. #1. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, because, the chart don't come out until, it's like, yeah, you're going to be #1 with this new single.
Wow.
I was like, okay, somebody made a mistake, But, after that, I told the record company, I was like, don't expect me to do that again.
Man, it's so much fun talking to you, but we got to get to the music, and you were nice enough to let me jump on this tune of yours, How Sweet It Is, and man, it's always daunting doing a remake, but you managed to do your own thing, pay homage to the original, but then do your own thing, which is what we're all trying to do. Man, just tell us a little bit about the backstory of doing this song.
Well, I produce. My producer is basically Big Dog, right?
Yeah.
Chris. He'll come up with an idea, and I'll be thinking like, "Yeah, he done lost his man again." So like, Chris, I don't like to do remakes. He's like, "Nah, Nick Colionne, this gonna be good, man. We're gonna knock this out the park." And we started on it, and I was amazed how it came out. I had guitar players calling me, Tim Bowman called me up, man, I'm loving this, man. I was like, okay, So, I said, well, we did something right,
Yeah.
But the arrangements Big Dog put behind me, man, crazy,
Yeah.
And, want to have one of those just smooth, and lay it back old school, and, just let it ride, not try to play a whole bunch of but just just let it walk, Thinking about my mother and father trying to dance,
It was an honor to play on this track. So ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy How Sweet It Is by Nick Colionne and a guest appearance by yours truly.
Yeah.
Man, Nick, what an honor to jump on that track, man. Let me thank you for letting me do just a little bit of trading with you and vibing with you, man. Really fun.
Man, I enjoyed playing with you, you know, and it amazes me, man. I've watched you come up and stuff you play, man, and I'm like, Cat is, he got juice. I said it in the beginning when I first told my boy, I was like, hey, he got juice. We'll be hearing from him.
Man, you're too kind. It's a huge compliment, and I appreciate it, man. And real quick, before we get out of here, please let people know where they can find you online, social media, etc.
Well, you can find me online at, NickColionne.com for one. Facebook, Nick Colionne. Instagram, Nick Colionne.
All right.
MySpace, Nick Colionne. Some people that haven't came up until the 21st. And so I'm on all social media, and I have a website. I have 3 or 4 pages. You can go Nick Colionne or Nick Colionne fan pages or whatever. Stop by, say hello, hit up, give us a like, and remember my new CD is called Finger Paint.
Awesome. Well, Nick, thank you so much, man, and really appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, man, I appreciate you having me, Adam, and my best to you and your family, and I ask you to stay safe, brother. Stay safe.
All right, man. Same to you.
All right.
Oh, yes. That was the one and only Nick Colionne. Man, what a national treasure. Weren't there some great stories? Hanging out, watching Al Green, getting advice from Lou Rawls. Man, appreciate you, Nick. Thank you so much for coming through. And I think y'all know what time it is. It's time for the Cat Cam. Bam! There she is.
Hi.
What's up, Cat? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am very good. Better now that I see you.
Oh.
And how about Nick Colionne?
Nick Colionne was awesome. Hi, Nick. And happy birthday, by the way. I think your birthday, you said, was on the 19th.
Yeah, he just had a birthday. And how did we time that? Last week we had Mesa on her birthday.
I know.
And this week we had Nick Colionne just a few days after his birthday. So happy birthday, Nick. And man, thanks again for coming through. That was so much fun. And ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't even show the whole interview. We were on Zoom for like an hour, just shooting the breeze, just chatting. And but it was such a blast. And then of course that wonderful rendition of How Sweet It Is. That was a blast to play with.
So many people loved that. Linda Dickinson said dueling guitars.
Yeah.
Patty Blackwell said you guys sound so good together. So many people loved seeing the 2 guitars.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, you don't get to do it that often. A lot of times, there's only one guitar player on the gig, so it's fun when you get to trade some licks.
Exactly.
So what are the people saying? What's the scuttlebutt out there?
Well, of course, everyone likes to shout out where they're watching from.
Yeah.
So we have Ellen Harper. She says hello from Sacramento.
Okay, what's up?
Joy Russell Nicholas.
Yes.
She and Peter are watching from Austin, Texas.
All right, Texas in the house.
Donnie Moten says hi, greetings from El Paso,
Yeah.
also in Texas. Lorraine Fiddler, she's watching in Las Vegas.
What's up?
And then Marilyn and Rick, hi guys.
What's
in
up, guys? San Diego.
Althea McMillan, she's in RVA.
Okay.
Leon Lee, she says sending love from Prince George, Virginia.
Yeah.
And then we have a good friend of ours. We went to church with her for a long time, Miss Phyllis Williams. She's watching from Chino.
What's
Hi,
up?
Miss
How you
Phyllis.
doing? All right.
Thanks so much for watching.
All right. Great to have you in the house.
The Garzas are watching up
Yeah.
in Fresno.
What's up, Garzas?
Clarence Scott says hello from Atlanta.
ATL.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So we got a lot of
Love it.
people, as always, watching from all over. One person I haven't seen in a while is Christian from Zurich.
I know. Well, this is like literally the middle of the night. And the first couple episodes, he woke up in the middle of the night. It's
Yeah.
tricky with these times trying to, that's why Greg Manning, when he does his, he does it in the morning. And that way it's in the evening in Europe. But it's tricky trying to catch everybody.
I know.
He can catch the replay on YouTube.
I know. During the interview,
Yeah.
Lori Erickson, she says to Nick she loves your music.
Oh, yeah.
Joy Russell Nicholas, she says, Nick, did you ever play with my cousin Lafayette Evans?
Oh, gosh.
So it's a question for you,
Okay.
Nick.
Maybe Nick can chime in. I don't know if he's hanging out in the message boards, but we'll try to find that out for you.
And Creston Jordan, hi Creston.
What's up, Creston? Magical Mondays.
Magical Mondays. So he has a few comments that he put in.
Yeah.
When you were doing your interview with Nick, he says, Nick's music helped me through a terrible experience
Oh, wow.
at a famous tire shop. He said, thanks, Nick. I'll never go there again.
That sounds like there's a story there. Tire shop horrors.
I've totally been there where you are, stuck somewhere and you're having a terrible experience, but you have like a CD in your car, you're listening to music on your phone or something, and you're like, thank God I had that, because so I know how that is.
Oh, wow.
He also says, now, I have to say sorry because I totally forgot about this. He said, am I going to have to send you guys some Hawaiian tropical style shirts? Remember he said we should do a tropical theme.
That's right.
I know, so
Hey,
sorry.
send
we
them.
forgot. We'll have to talk about that.
Okay, we gotta
and
figure that
it
out.
out.
Yep.
And he also says, during your interview, he says he loves your research skills and you always treat your guests really well.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really, pride myself in trying to get, some behind the scenes, and I saw somebody commented that they really dug, they were getting, behind the scenes info that you wouldn't get anywhere else. And I really, I take time, I research, I try to find little nuggets that I can bring up, and, because a lot of these people, we've had so much fun seeing them over the years. You guys have been knowing Nick for over 20 years. So, I try to find just a little something in their backstory that, we can bring to light. So I have fun with it. So I'm glad y'all are enjoying it.
And then Cheryl Ock, she says, congrats on your new single when you were talking about
Thank
Escape.
you. I feel so fortunate. And shout out to my radio promoter, Jason Goroff. He's been with me since the beginning. Promoted all of my songs, and appreciate you, man. Always knocking it out of the park, and we had a fantastic first week at radio. So appreciate you guys for supporting the new music.
Awesome.
Well, before we get to Ask Adam, I have a quick ask of you guys out there. So as you know, I'm an educator, and I'm currently teaching at Saddleback College down in Orange County. And so we've started our semester, and I teach on Mondays. But don't worry, this is not a tragic announcement. We want to keep it going, but in looking at my schedule and what makes sense, we have two options. And I want to find out from you guys, this little informal poll. I want you to drop in the comments what would work better for you for AH Live. Would it be Wednesday night, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern? Or would Friday work? And I'd probably do slightly later, 6:30, after Brian's show. Obviously, we want we don't want to go up against Brian, but he goes till about 6:15, so maybe I could go at 6:30. So just do us a favor. Drop that in the comments. Next week, make sure you tune in on Monday. We'll be the same time, same place. But it's looking like in September, we're going to have to move to a new day. But we're going to keep it rolling. I've got an incredible lineup for you for September. I'm telling you, some legends, bona fide legends in the house. But we just got to find a new day. So drop that in the comments for us, and I'll take a poll, and I'll announce next week what day we're moving to. We'll still be on Monday next week. So cool.
I can't believe it's going to be September. That's
I know,
crazy.
it's so crazy. And the Mondays have been awesome, but I'm teaching. We're back at school, and it's just logistically not possible. I'm down in Orange County till like 5:20. There's just no way I'm going to make it back to up here for AH Live. So we just got to find another day. So what's up with Ask Adam? What are the people asking?
Ask Adam. People, I have a few questions here, actually. First, let me get to some questions that we kind of skipped a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And I was supposed to read them last week, and I accidentally skipped them again. So this is from Tremaine Spivey Mosley.
Okay.
He says, does Adam Jr. play any instruments?
So he's played a bunch of instruments. Right now he's on the saxophone, but in the past he's done the drums, the piano, the guitar. But he's got a lot of natural talent. We even hear him sing sometimes. But he's really into mathematics, coding. He's on me every week asking me, when is this coding class? Can I try a different type of coding? Now he's trying Python. I don't even know what that is. I thought it was a snake. But so I think that's going to be his path is a technical expertise, having expertise in the technical field, because he's just a really bright kid. And that's what he keeps asking that he wants to do. Mm-hmm. So I think he's going to kind of go in that direction. And so we keep asking him, hey, are you going to let us, have a little guest house at your mansion? And he said he had to ask his wife. I was like, dang, what about your folks? Come on now.
He said, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But yeah, and people ask us that all the time, and I tell people all the time, well, he's still only 11. However, I know, like, at a young age, both Adam and myself were already really into the arts. And so, but we'll see. I mean, at 16, he can just start playing something, and then that'll be his thing. So. And
also, I started fairly young, although I know some people that started at like 3, but I started piano at 8. But I was talking with Kirk Whalum, and he didn't start saxophone until 12, and he's like the GOAT, so you never know. Adam Jr. is 11. You never know. Next year, bam, it could hit him, and then next thing you know, he's wearing us out. So we'll see.
And that is a great segue into the next question asked by James E. Johnson.
Okay.
He says, hey, Adam, how old were you when you started playing guitar?
So I started piano at 8, and that's a funny story. My mom insisted on me playing piano. I always wanted to play the guitar, and I think she was just a little worried of, sex, drugs, rock and roll, and me getting wrapped up in something kind of mischievous. And so she said, well, if you play piano for a year, I'll let you play guitar. And I think she thought I wouldn't stick with it, but I did. So I studied classical piano from 8 all the way through to 17 when I went to college. Classical piano, Mozart, Beethoven, Debussy, Chopin, etc. And then guitar at 9, and just been rocking ever since. So gosh, I've been playing guitar 26 years now, so a long time.
And let's see. Ellen Nakata Harper, she says, if you were given the opportunity to spend a couple of hours with a musical legend who is no longer with us, who would it be, and how would you spend the time?
Oh gosh, what a great question. I think I'd have to pick Grover, just because he started it all with contemporary jazz, and obviously, as you can tell, I'm a huge fan of contemporary jazz. That's my passion. That's how I'm making my records and coming out touring with you guys. And he started off it all. I mean, everything, just those records, and then collaborating with vocalists. What he did with Bill Withers. So that would be just amazing, just to talk with him and just kind of get behind the scenes on the creation of this genre. So I think I'd have to pick Grover, definitely.
Allison Fader, she's watching from Canada. Hi, Allison.
What's up?
She says, have you ever wanted to play another instrument?
Well, Well, I think you can tell by me saying Grover. I always want to play the saxophone, and I never did. Never tried. I played the trumpet in middle school and high school. Never tried the saxophone. I tried playing Lil Adam's saxophone about 3 months ago, and it was really hard. And I was like, you know what? I think I chose the right instrument. It's hard. You got to memorize all. There's so many different combinations of keys to get the right notes out, and it's really wild. Trumpet, there's only 3 keys, so I was pretty quick with that. But yeah, it's so I guess that would be the one. It's tenor saxophone to be specific.
And this is another question that was asked a couple weeks ago that we got back to. This is from Will Sims.
Yeah.
He says, how do you all make the videos of you playing together when you were doing the live one with Lindsay?
That's a great question. Well, so basically, it's the same way, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware that a lot of us make records with a lot of distance between us. Like, for instance, my very first album, I was fortunate enough to get Gerald Albright on the record, Huge Groove. We were never in the same room. Obviously, we have been in the same room over time. But, I had the track ready, sent it to Gerald, then he recorded, sent it back to me, bam. So the same way with the video. It's just you're adding the video component, and you set up a phone or a camera and take video at the same time. And then you just have to combine them all together, and that's how you make it. So it's very similar to making an album. You just have a second component of video. And I can't take credit for the 2 weeks with Lindsay. I got to give credit where credit is due. I did mix it, so all of the audio you heard, I did all of that, but she put all the video together and did a fantastic job. And so shout out to Lindsay. That was really fun, those 2 weeks. But yeah, it's as simple as that. It's just putting up a camera and videotaping yourself while you're recording.
And this is from Stafford Sampson.
Okay.
He says, actually, it was a question for me. He said, Kat, where did you get Adam's white shirt that he was wearing during the or when you were playing dueling guitars with Nick? And I don't know if I bought that shirt, actually.
That's another one I got. Hey, I'm getting a lot of pats on the back tonight. I picked that one out Macy's. So y'all gonna all have the same wardrobe as me. It's actually funny, on the Dave Koz cruise, it happened like 3 times where me and one of the singers, Ken, I'm totally spacing on his last name. He's such an awesome singer from San Diego.
Yeah.
Help us out in the comments. But Ken and I had the same jacket, and then we had the same shirt, like 2 different days. It was so crazy, which means we both went to the same Macy's probably.
And that only happens really when you buy your own clothes, because you do go to Macy's.
I do. I love Macy's. They got great stuff.
Like cute little boutiques or kind of like one-of-a-kind stuff for Adam, like when I get him gifts.
She's trying to say she bougie compared to me.
I am not.
So, okay, that's fine.
I am not. I just like to shop underground, okay?
You shop kind of basic. When I shop, okay, all right, I see how it is. Shots fired.
You see how he does me, everyone?
Well, we got time for one more. Is there any more questions out there, Kat?
There are no more questions.
Oh, so we got through them all.
Yeah, we did. That's awesome. That never happens.
Well, Kat, always a pleasure.
Yes.
And appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, give her a hand. Kat with the Cat
Bye,
Cam.
guys.
All right. And so now's the time where I got to tell you about what's happening next week. So next week, very excited. We have a doubleheader. Daryl Williams, who was nice enough to play bass on those videos with Lindsay Webster, he'll be in the house with some original music. He actually has 2 songs for us. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's an incredible artist, has had numerous hits on the Billboard chart. So very excited to have my good buddy Daryl in the house. And also Gino Rosario, fantastic piano player. He actually has a new song coming out next week that features Elon Trotman, so he'll be sharing that with us. And I produced a couple songs for him. One of those songs you definitely heard. If you listen to Watercolors, it blew up on Watercolors. It was called Night Groove. It featured Marcus Anderson. So he's a great piano player all the way from Curacao. So he'll be in the house next week. So we got a doubleheader, so much music for you. And that's going to wrap up a fantastic August. So we will be here Monday, one more week of Monday. So see you in 7 days, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And wasn't this a fun month? Lindsay Webster, 2 weeks. Mesa, Nick, and we're going to finish up with the doubleheader of Daryl Williams and Gino Rosario. And ladies and gentlemen, You are going to want to tune in September because it's going to blow your mind. I've got a saxophonist, wink, wink, that I know that you know. I've got a trumpet player. I think I already gave that one away, who's coming. And I've got a great guitarist as well. So it's going to be really cool. So really looking forward to that. One more time, don't want to beat you over the head, but if you want to help out the show, quick reminder, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, and now Stars. We appreciate you guys. We put it all back into the show. And thank you. Your name will appear in the credits at the end of the episode. So appreciate you guys. So I think it's time for a little bit more music before we get out of here. And we're going to go out on a high note. This is a track off of my new record. It's a fan favorite. You guys keep asking for it, so I got to keep bringing it back. It's called Sunday Swing. A little go-go for you guys. Come on. Here we go. y'all. Put it right here. Help me out. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that takes us out of another episode of AH Live. We had the distinct pleasure of having the one and only Nick Colionne in the house. Make sure you tune in 1 week from today for Daryl Williams and Gino Rosaria next Monday, August 31st, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We appreciate you guys. We hope to see you next week. Peace.